Can you guys hear them?
Yes.
I can. I don't know if everybody else can.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
I don't see any sound coming through your thing. No good. There it is. Welcome to the DuckFellas Podcast, episode 20. This week, we're joined by Zachary again.
Glad to be here.
What should I say the same?
Wow. Damn, dude. Right off the rip.
It just never stops.
I'm here for it.
Well, I didn't have anything exciting happen this past week about you guys, but it's been a pretty tame week last week.
Yeah. Got a new motor.
Yeah, that's good for me. Yeah. Kind of need that to go racing now.
Yeah, I know. Now I just need to get the other one back.
Yeah. But one is better than none.
Yes. You mean you guys don't Fred Flintstone those cars around?
No, if I did, I'd be fucked. No, that was the backup plan. You were going to be in the front where the engine goes. That was unrehearsed, but it sounded like it was rehearsed. No. That would have been awesome. Yeah. Especially, you're trying to get it going for the first time. Like, let's go fire this off, see if it runs.
I think this thing's got a misfire.
Hold on. Give me another push light. It'll be all right.
Why is it puking? It smells like shit in here.
Well, we finally put the post up about the giveaway this week. So that is finally live. Sitting here setting up for the podcast. I was like, you talked about like 3 weeks ago, I think. So
I know we definitely talked about it. We pulled the things out of the trailer.
So that's live. It is on our Facebook and our Instagram pages, and it should be pinned to the top of the page. The rules for that are pretty easy. Just follow both our Facebook and our Instagram pages, and then you have to comment. What did I say? Comment, what is your dream duck or goose or bird to kill? And then one of the winners that we select out of the two will be 18 years or young. So the other blind could go to anybody. Could be your grandma. Don't matter.
You just posted that, 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
We just got our first comment already on.
Did we?
Yeah.
Perfect. Have to go over to the live stream, comment on here. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that, seeing how that goes.
I could be good.
Yeah. Can't hurt.
I was going to say, it can't be bad.
Especially, I can't wait to get my grandma out in that blind.
They are comfortable. They are comfortable.
They are.
A little bit of news. I mean, there's not much news going on in the waterfowl world because waterfowl season really isn't open on snake season. None of us do that.
No.
Actively.
No. Not even in general.
Well, winter.
But I mean, I can go out and actively hunt for them.
Why not?
Well, it seems to be, especially with Iowa lately, this time of year, it's kind of muddy in the fields. And I am definitely not walking my chubby butt back and forth to the trailer hauling that many decoys.
It seems to be pretty frozen out right now.
Well, now this is odd.
Yeah,
It's plenty frozen.
That was my next thing to go to is welcome back winter. Thought we were done with that for the time being, but
for about the next, 36 hours?
I was saying 36.
Yeah. I think, Saturday's going to be like 80 degrees.
Friday's supposed to be like 77. Next Saturday's supposed to be like 75.
Yeah. Well, good news is we'll get one more snowstorm at least between now and Easter. That tends to always happen, unfortunately.
Friday is now supposed to be 81. Saturday's 75.
Oh,
You're rocking the shorts.
If any pictures for you, dude, cut out shorts.
I will be wearing them. It'll be a couple good days to burn some CRP, so I'll probably be out there in my shorts and cowboy boots.
No.
My cutoff, of course.
Yeah.
Not even a wife beater, just a cutoff.
Yeah, I love it. It's an old flannel. I look like Larry the Cable Guy when I'm out there.
Love to see it.
Another thing that's been popping up in my Facebook feed a lot is these net-collared snuggies. I mean, I've seen, I think at least 3 people that I've seen, and one that I kind of know. We all kind of know of him. Joey Diaries from our area here. He killed one within the past week, I believe. And supposedly these things were just done in Texas this winter.
Really?
And they're not even making it back to the tundra. The guys are getting on it right away. So hopefully they did quite a few of them because, I'm pretty sure I know of at least 3 that have already been killed.
Yeah. That'd be sick, though.
Wouldn't it?
That would be sweet.
If I ever kill any radio collared bird, I would get them out.
Oh, for sure.
I know you got to send those back. The transmitter, they'll send you a replica of one. I don't care how ugly the bird looks, it'd probably get mad.
No doubt. That's not even a question.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
Hoping for like an early season and blooming. Secret even call it that way.
The ugliest bird.
That way I can really
September 1st.
Really call your bluff on the ugliest bird possible.
It would still happen, wouldn't it?
That'd be my luck. I would kill. I'd kill like the worst looking shoveler in the world.
Big old boot whip saying, fuck you.
Yeah. Terrible. Hate it here. And it seems like we're kind of getting the precipitation here at the right times, really coming into the springtime of the year where these birds are moving north. I mean, they just started dropping our water last week, but they held it for pretty much as long as they can get prepared for the spring floods.
Wrong kind of precip in my eyes.
I was going to say, I wasn't looking for the snow, but I'm glad to get some moisture on the into the ground.
We got quite a bit of rain, though.
Yeah, prior to
the snow. Like that morning, thunderstorms, and there was tornado risk in the areas, too. So
I did see that. I didn't see it from my house like last year.
That's literally only March. We're just getting into that time of year.
It just feels like it's moving so much faster now.
It does, actually.
That's because time does go by faster when you get older.
The time not too long.
It's not. Sorry.
You're done.
Take the mic off.
But no, even the Dakotas, like they got a bunch of snow. So that should really help out the drought problem they're having. Our drought problem is not a good situation either, but doesn't affect the waterfowl as much as it does the Dakotas and Canada. Like South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, and the prairie potholes in Canada are what really we need to have a good year this year.
I didn't see how much the Dakotas got, as much as Minnesota. That same swath of stuff.
I think in total in the past week they have, because they had a snowstorm hit there before this last one. But I don't know how much they got. I did not look at the weather too closely on that. I don't know exactly what they're supposed to just tell me, so I don't give a fuck about it these much.
Same.
I'm scared if it's going to rain while I'm at work. Other than that,
same. Same. Do I need to bring my raincoat today or not? Hopefully, even if I need it, I just don't work on it.
Am I supervising from the truck or not?
Right.
I wish that was a thing. Wish.
It's always a thing. Just make it a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like me.
Say, hey, amigo.
I don't have any amigos.
You spend your days in a cab.
I wish.
Most of it.
So you got Ellie from the office guy that all he does is fly in planes, driving cars, and sit in his office. That's it. That's it.
Be mad at me. I did change from your dog, but at least I'm dry. And warm.
Unless we're outside showing a salesman how to set up our equipment.
Thankfully, they don't pay even with time.
I have gotten Snapchats of you in the rain though.
There are some days when that the pop up thunderstorms down south, man, it's a suck.
Pink poncho on.
We just raw dogging
He
it.
never sent you that one. It's fun when he wears a pink poncho and dances in the rain.
That's after I'm done working. That's a pleasure.
But no, this rain and the snow that we're getting here. I mean, there's nothing really in 10 day for us here. So whatever we got, just carry us through that, hopefully. But knock on wood, we have a solid year of water up there, and birds can actually live there and hatch.
Yeah.
We need them. Numbers have been dog shit for the past 10 years. It's terrible. I still don't know how we're on a 60-6 compared to a 33 or a 45. I think it's 4. Kind of with the, it's 4. I think it's 4 for the restrictions. But I don't know. That's for people that are higher up than me. 10. Yep. This week, I think we're going to touch. We'll talk about Delta a little bit here, kind of like what our local chapter's been up to, and then we're going to go into a little bit of the IWill program here in Iowa that is kind of a sore topic for a lot of conservation people around the state that follow the politics side of it and kind of pay attention to stuff that could help them in the long run. So that'll be interesting. Not that we're super educated about it. No, we could talk about it.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are uneducated about it just because they haven't put in front of their faces,
Yeah. And it's definitely something that, the taxpayers pay a little more for in upfront, but in the long run, so much. It's worth every penny. But we'll get to that.
Yep.
I went to a Delta Waterfowl meeting with Mr. Zachary Pookie, that he's playing Pookie.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyways, so gotta hear a little bit about what they had going on. And this weekend they went out and put up some wood duck boxes for our area.
Wood duck boxes and gained goose nest structure.
Yeah. You know how many goose or boxes and structures they have roughly? I know they got to keep track, but I don't know if you're.
They do. I wasn't super involved with how many they put out last year. Well, I wasn't. I wasn't even really involved with Delta then. But thanks.
That's good.
I think they did 4 and 4 this year. So, and I want to say it was either 4 or 6 wood duck boxes last year.
I know I talked to Colton Bradley, who's their vice president, and I seen with the Quick Star the other day. They're out and about doing that.
Oh, yeah.
He said they were seeing some good utilization rate out of those. So, I mean, that's always a help.
Yeah, I think I've seen 85%.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, really.
Yeah.
For where we're at, we don't have a lot of birds stay and live here, but that's pretty good for our area. I would say
it's good to see, especially see them, with those wood duck boxes, not just set it and forget it, they'll get back out.
And that's a big thing. A lot of people will be like, oh, I want to put this out, and they'll go do it on their own, and then nobody takes care of it, and then ducks ain't going to use it again.
Yep.
If the old stuff's in. Yeah. So, I don't know. Not that, I mean, I think it does. It helps out. Doesn't hurt. Not that it plays a major factor in it. It's a very minuscule amount compared to like what ducks are going to naturally do on their own and what Mother Nature's going to allow them to do over a sense of a year.
Absolutely. But, in the grand scheme of things, every little bit helps, I guess.
No, yes, I mean, like it doesn't hurt at all.
No.
Yeah, definitely helps. So it's just cool to see that there's still people that are willing to go out and do that kind of stuff. I kind of wish I had more time where I could be more involved on that side of it, but
no, you got nothing but time.
I wish.
Yeah. But haven't you just been sitting around home for like a week and a half?
Yeah, for this past week and a half. This week I've been busy as shit trying to buy a house.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Just write the check.
Yeah. I wish it was that easy. But I mean, it helps out. I mean, there's a lot going on right now with the corruption in the government and the corruption with all kinds of different organizations around the country. But I would say Delta is on the better side of that compared to like, I'm not going to say Duxing is 100% corrupt, but they're on the better side of the spectrum than DU is right now.
And that's, yeah, I would even say they're on the better side of the spectrum than DU, NWTF. Like there's a lot of these organizations that, we can put more funds from Delta into our local habitat than a lot of these big organizations do and stuff.
And I don't, when these big organizations started, they were small, right?
Yep.
And they had a good picture and a good view of how they wanted to go about things. But when you get too much money involved in anything, it goes sideways. And I think that's what we're starting to see with a lot of these bigger organizations is too much is going sideways. And greed is factored into it too much. Because there's so many different tax codes that I don't even know how that stuff works. But there's ways where you can profit off not-for-profit and not be a big, like a...
Absolutely. And they're going to pay me to do this? I was doing this for free for this long? It's like, shit. Put the 9 to 5, do this, pay him a little bit, I'm good to go. And then that just snowballs down into where we are now.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some words that Ducks Unlimited had a bad hearing, not too recently, or not too long ago, more recent than not, that there was some things said that didn't go well for their side. We'll see what comes out of it. That's only from one person I've heard that from. But it'll be very interesting to see what was actually said and how that's going to affect their program. I mean, they have a good thing in place. Like their groundworks and their original deal is awesome.
And just that and the amount of reach they have, they can do so much.
100%. I don't know. I was a supporter of Ducks Unlimited for growing up for a long time. I was a part of Ducks Unlimited for probably 10 years, like hands-on. And I don't think I've been a member. I think I so I'm not real sure about those. But I have not been a member that I have paid for at least in at least 5.
Well, I think that's part of it too. Again, with the reach thing, I've been, growing up a deer hunter. It's like I was part of the local bow club and I get involved with the Iowa bow hunting and then, kind of snowballs from there. So naturally, when I take up duck hunting, I'm like, all right, what can I do to help with this? The first name that always pops into your head or the first name that's always on Facebook. So I was a member as well. Got my free cooler and I believe I still get magazines too. Please build this checkout with your donation.
Yeah. It's crazy how much they'd probably give out in free magazines, people that aren't even members.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because I know for a fact I was still getting them up until about 3 or 4 months ago. And then now they moved. So I haven't seen one since then. But
Is that like a monthly magazine?
yeah. Monthly. That's money. Yeah. 12 magazines a year. That's tens of thousands of men.
How many people get those bill? Nice.
I will say there is years where I wish I would have kept those because coming like in the future as we get older, like those would be kind of cool to look back on the things that we were fighting now compared to what in 30 years we can be facing if we're even allowed to hunt in 30 years.
It might not be.
I mean, that's a whole last possibility.
We're like 95 and things.
I hope you drown on that bush light.
I memean, look at Europe, for example. Wasn't that long ago, everybody got one tag.
Yeah.
There was no 5 made their tags you want. You get $2. It was one tag.
Well, I feel like with the diseases going around right now in the past recent years, it's a possibility to come again.
I know there's definitely talks about limiting some gun numbers for sure. And obviously talks of, again, not citing, don't attack us on this podcast, but talks of
attack him.
Buck state, and I just, obviously other people are making those decisions too.
It's like $1 per person.
Yep. So now you can do your archery and a buck and a gun tag. Yep.
Well, I care about that. I didn't think about that.
And then if you're laying down there, you get a third. That's a floating tag. So, no, the percentage of the guys still $3 is like 5% or whatever it was. But even $2 is pretty low, but just kind of helps incentivize those guys. They're like, screw it. I'll shoot this 6.8.
Well, for me, like the way you guys deer hunt in Iowa was a lot different than how we did in Illinois. Like we never pushed deer in Illinois. Like even shotgun season, you just go sit in your tree stand and you wait or ground blind, however you want to hunt.
Right. Yeah.
But we didn't, not that I remember or can recall. I think we really never have been and never will be big into deer hunting. But I don't ever remember them pushing deer like you guys do. And you guys, like when you guys push, it's in bigger groups. Like, and then you can mow down some deer. Oh yeah, quick. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy how many deer that do get killed in a short, what is it, like week? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
A weekend and then like a week and a weekend.
Yeah. So it's crazy how many deer get killed in that 10 days, give or take, just by people pushing woods. I couldn't imagine being in trying to deer hunt out of a tree and here comes 20 people walking the woods.
Well, that happened to me a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Really mow them down if you don't pay taxes and ride horses. You know,
I know exactly what you mean, dude.
You can talk shit. They can't hear this. They don't have electricity or something.
one's
fucking Garrett.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
God, I won't stop. Yeah, back to kind of a sidetrack there on deer hunting.
I do want to have an episode here coming up because, like, we got to have talk about, right? So, like, I do want to get Living Legends together.
Yeah,
they did a podcast with us this winter. If you guys haven't listened to that, go check them out. They're pretty good dudes. They're from our area too.
No,
Damn, dude. I don't know, but they're pretty good dudes. They had us on this winter. We did a kind of a waterfowl podcast. It was wild.
It was mainly a shit time.
Yeah, nice.
That was all.
More or less. But it would be cool to have them guys come on, or and do a kind of a deer podcast, talk to them, and have them come here and talk about their shit to people that don't give a fuck about their shit.
Yeah, or even if even if we went to them, I mean, a lot of the questions were for us because it was their podcast. You know, we still asked a couple of our questions, but I feel like swinging that the other way would go just as well as it went for them.
Yeah, yeah. No, it'd be fun
For sure.
And we'll have a few weeks this summer where we talk about some deer stuff, like news that comes out about that stuff, because you got to diversify a little bit. There's not enough stuff that goes on with ducks. I mean, there's going to be some in the coming year, within the next 12 months. There's going to be a lot of big stuff come out.
oh, I hope it's juicy too.
Maybe juicy.
Like wet fart juicy or
Juicier.
oh boy,
Wow,
You ever had that gum in the yellow pack? That's how juicy I wanted.
juicy.
Yes, that one.
Couldn't think of the name.
Oh, I had an amazing main part there.
It's not really that hard of a name.
Peter's cage, but I forget about you all the time.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
it's all over his garage. Koozies, stickers, everywhere.
That's true. Go shoot another acorn, pal. You're done.
Hey, turkey season's coming out, boys. We're starting to get ready to roll into some thunder chickens.
Oh yeah, aren't you taking Pookie on a turkey hunt?
Yep. We're gonna try to get in his first gobbler.
Make sure you take his choke collar with him in case he fall out of hand.
I'm gonna tell him that hen is eagle.
Oh,
She hopefully they can block and say it's very blocked.
Surely he is.
I doubt it. I'm busy doing work stuff.
So fun.
But yeah, back to like Delta and DU and all these guys. You know, if you're looking to support an organization that's gonna have the best bang for your buck, as of right now, the way it sits is Delta in the state. It's as of right now. But I know we've talked about it in the past about IFC and us doing something with them. They're working on, and Zach can talk more about this, but they're working on getting some stuff going for waterfowl to help out with the DNR and funding, because we're lacking funding in Iowa, big time, and that goes for every state. But that's also because these big organizations don't keep money in the states where they have these chapters. Like Delta's got some money producing chapters in here in Iowa.
Oh yeah.
And very well that would states here. What is it? 20? You say 25% or something like that.
I'll say it's 30.
I don't think it's 30. It could be, but
Either way,
Yeah.
less than it should be.
it's way less than it should be. Now, the IFC is the Iowa Sports Club, so all of their money, for the most part, stays in Iowa, other than the part they have to pay to the whatever.
Yeah, we're a part of Dallas Smart Club,
Mm-hmm.
so we do have to pay like your membership, if you will. But yeah, 95% of what we make stays right here locally. So we get to delegate kind of where that things go, and that's where coming in, trying to be more involved with Delta, seeing where we can allocate some of those funds and all, see what we can help out too. So I know Taylor, our president's been talking to Colin, I think it's Brecker,
Yeah.
Delta, on doing some things. So yeah, and obviously us helping out, trying to figure out what we can do around locally, around Red Rock and things like that on where we can allocate some funds. But I do think it's something that we'll be able to tag team a couple projects and really make a difference on. I mean, maybe not. I mean, $250,000 pumps, but
It's 196,000. Seems like we only get
oh, yeah, my bad. I'll
shit.
donate a month of your wages and we can get there.
oh, damn.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot more than that.
A lot more pumps. You're donating more than that?
Yeah, we're gonna do like 4 pumps a year.
Hell, all of them. 1 month. Don't do it.
No, but for real though, I mean, there's just a lot of states don't have that stuff. Where I grew up, we started one and they did really well, and they do really well for their area. My biggest pet peeve with a lot of these places, they talk to the wrong people, or they don't ask the right people what funds should go to. I'm not saying that us three in this room know where every penny should go to and the best way to do it. What I'm saying is too many people that think they know what they're talking about will get involved, and then money goes to shit that doesn't help out, period. Or it's not going to help the hunter out. Like,
No, but it'll look good on your policy and what you've done, what you've done for the state.
yeah, exactly. And that's a big thing. People like, oh, I have this in my resume. Like, I did this and this. Like, well, what the fuck did it actually accomplish? Or who did it help?
Right.
Damn thing.
You're like a Smalley daycare out here.
I mean, yeah. Right. But you really gotta, I mean, when you're looking at an organization to help or to join or to help fund or get involved with, it's hard to find one right now that is putting money to stuff that's actually going to make a fucking difference for hunting here
And
or the future.
the ones that aren't, even if you start with DU, that's a great stepping stone, because then you start learning other things along the way. And then you go, all right, well, maybe I'll still get my $15 a year, whatever DU is, but now I'm going to go with our local Delta chapter or ISC or whoever that may be.
So I seen a reel. I'm gonna call somebody out here. It's kind of funny. Midways Flyways podcast. Everybody knows them. They're a good podcast to listen to. They're great talkers, and they have some great points. But when they talked about Ducks London, and their $25 membership can make whatever, say $25. I can't remember what he said for sure, word for word. He's like, why would you do that? That's not how it works. That's not even how stuff works. But I mean, it's great thought,
Yeah, the theory is fantastic.
and that's how Ducks Limited was started.
Yep.
But go look at how they started versus what they do now. I mean, I know of instances where DU selling wetlands and areas back to Canadian farmers that are just going to drain tile.
Yep.
Because we bought it, we did our write off, and now you have back. So how's that helping?
Almost negative.
Yeah, really. Then what they started with, yeah, negative help. But I mean, it's a stepping stone, like you said. It doesn't hurt if you got. I mean, most of us, not everybody, but a lot of us can fork out $15 or $20 to be a member for a year and support something that's in one way, shape, or form. Maybe not for the way you want it to, but it's going to help out in the long run a little bit.
But you get that magazine that starts talking about the wetland or, flooded. Hold on, I never bring it up. But, if they start talking about it in that magazine, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, now I'll do some research and see what we're doing locally. I didn't know anything about that. Yada, yada, yada. This opens up other opportunities too.
Yeah. No, it does. I mean, me and Kate aren't active Delta members right now, but we will be
Here shortly.
May 30th.
Yeah, you will.
That's one thing I was going to bring up too, is our local Delta banquet is having their banquet May 30th here in Knoxville, Iowa. It's called the Red Rock
Peachtree chapter.
Yeah.
Right in my backyard.
Literally.
I can literally see where it's at right now.
Yep.
That's going to be so great if we get hammered. We can just stumble right back over.
What do you mean if?
I don't drink very often.
When? It must be carbonated water in that union.
He actually just dumped out the bush light, just poured water.
Now everybody, all 5 people in here know.
Damn, dude.
I didn't even have to do like that.
Oh, man. It's a boy.
Thank God.
You're that far along?
Yeah. Can you not tell?
Close. No, but banquet should be a killer time. I mean, obviously, it's always hard on my checkbook and my liver, but
I think there's tickets still available, right?
33.
So, yeah, if you're listening to this and you're looking for something to do May 30th, reach out to Colton, probably. Easiest.
Yeah, Colton Bradley.
Or you can reach out to any of us and we can point you in the direction.
Technically, I'm on the committee, so if you want to get a hold of me, I don't put you down. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, do not do it.
There's not much floating around, but between the ears, you know what I mean?
We've noticed. Yeah.
Anyways, Colton Bradley, or reach out to any one of us. Well, that goes for even Zach here too. He's going to be joining us more often here as we go forward the podcast, unfortunately. But damn, it brings a different element that is somewhat fun.
Really twisting your arm back here.
Oh, it hurts, dude. It hurts.
It's not good.
But no, we could get you in the direction if you're interested in going to a banquet that weekend.
Come out and support local chapter.
I mean, we know that, like, I know we all know Colton, and Pookie's on the committee for there, and you're on the committee for there. We all kind of know each other, so it helps. We can help point right direction for if we need some money, and they can see what they can come up with. I mean, it's a small chapter. They just started at what, 3 years ago. So, like, they don't have a lot of money to spend right now, but they'll get bigger.
I will say, as much as I hate to give the guy props, Bradley took that chapter last year, and he doubled or 2.5 times our income or profit off of our banquet. He's done some good work there, and I think they're set to do even higher this year if everything goes right. Get some guys that want to come out, support a good cause, spend some money. I know we've got 17 guns in the room that night.
That's it. You guys need to be better. God damn, dude.
I was like, I bought a ticket. I bought one with every ticket purchase.
The chapter we're talking about here is the Red Rock Peachtree chapter here in
Red
North
Rock
Carolina.
Peachtree chapter of Delta Waterfowl.
Is it Pella?
I think that's technically their.
Yeah, I think that's the home base.
Yeah, but obviously Red Rock, Knoxville, and Pella touch each other. We're sworn enemies, but Delta supports both.
Yeah, weird.
Has to.
But no, that is May 30th. So if you're interested in going to that banquet or looking for something to do, I know Kate's not racing that night, so they get him to go. So
we suck it in.
Be a good time. I looked at the schedule. As soon as I found out when the banquet was, pulled up the race schedule, and I said, Kate, you want to go to this?
Good news is you didn't have a choice.
I really did.
I know you're not busy.
They do have a table open still, I believe.
Do they? Okay.
Are you available? We can find out, but at the meeting the other night, they still had
They did,
table.
but I know Bradley just
But they might.
What did you just say? Like 33 tickets left?
So Bradley says 33 seats left.
Yeah.
So
I know that
in theory,
they've added as many tables as they can add. Like as big as they can go.
we're up to 22 tables this year.
I thought this thing for 25.
Or sorry, we sold 20.
We sold 19 when we were there. Or at the meeting the other night.
Just text us 22. Either way, he did send us a text Sunday, last night at 6 p.m. 33 seats left.
Anyways, if you're interested, for real interested in the table, just tell me and we'll reach out to them.
Yep.
He responds real quick. And we can, if they're one level, we can get you one.
Kind of surprised you're not watching this commenting right now.
Honestly, same.
Oh, he's been on here. You know who else has been on here? Freaking Bach. Freaking dude. He's probably out just shifting gears.
Like he just gave up on typing.
Probably.
Most of it, he's like, fuck you up.
Good. It's put in my headphones. Everything went silent for a second.
Next thing you know, start calling him instead of
Put the phone up to the mic. You're going to say something.
Call Colton real quick. He said this guy, Acts 1013, is out of P-Bell. So he said, call Colton. We'll do it live real quick for you here. So stick around.
Sure, just sit on the streamer thing.
What are you doing? Oh, sitting on a podcast and I've got you on the microphone. How many tables do we have left for the banquet?
4 tables right now.
4 tables left.
Okay, there you go, Axe. He's got 4 tables left. So give him a call. He said he'll call him.
Yeah. And if you need me to, I'll put Bradley's phone number on the Facebook Live.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Want to give him a preview? What do we got at that banquet? You want to hype it up a little bit?
No, save that. Hold on. Colton, save that. We'll have him on. Ask him if he's got time. We'll have him on and discuss that more coming up.
There you go. You got time in the next before the banquet to discuss this? You can talk about it a little bit.
He's actually sleeping, dude. Sleeping? He's jerking off.
All right. Well, there you heard it. Bradley, you got to come on, hype it up a little bit. And if anybody's watching, Bradley's not ready to hold me.
Please don't be jerking off when you get on.
But yeah, no, we had somebody asking Colt, so here we call you. Hopefully, we have plenty of alcohol.
If we don't have plenty of alcohol, I know there's a liquor store right next door.
There is.
Let's see. We'll see.
All right, we'll be in touch. I'm getting you on, buddy. Later.
Well, there you have it. They interrupted Colton's session and all.
Yes. You know what? I can see his face.
Oh,
That's what I want.
you darn one.
Isn't it time to work?
just been hog crank.
Actually, is his girlfriend still in town?
Oh, she might be.
She might be.
Yeah, I know she was here last night.
Not cranking the hog.
So he might have stopped mid.
He might have been. She might have been doing it while we were on the phone.
Could have been.
God,
More wild. Anyways, so yeah, definitely looking forward to that. As you can imagine, it's going to be a good time.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Colt, if nobody knows Colton Bradley, he counted here, and he's one of our good buddies in the area and helps run the local Delta chapter.
Yep.
He's good stuff. It's a blast to hang out with. Absolute riot. So if you have nothing going on May 30th, it'll be a good time.
Absolute riot is spot on.
What do you say?
He said he needed an intermission.
I need some Gatorade. I feel just not electrolyte.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, I think that about does it for what we got
Yeah, that'd be good.
on that stuff. Before it gets too out of hand here.
Sure, that will be even deeper when Bradley's on here.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a hoot.
Good time.
Well, I think we'll move into the IWill stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you know a little more than each of us about it because you've been part of the ISC for years and kind of know some of it about it. Like a lot of people in Iowa don't.
There's a lot of people that don't know about it or don't understand what it is. So Iowa's water and land legacy program, essentially. And it's wild that it was created in 2010. I knew it'd been out a while. I didn't know it was that long.
Isn't that crazy? 26 now? 16, coming up on 16 years. It's been approved and passed.
And I've only heard about it past 3 years. Has been brought to, our attention or my attention. But yeah, essentially it's supposed to take such a minimal amount of the dollar. Like it was like some percentage of a cent.
It's on here. 3/8 of a cent.
Yeah, but that's 3/8 of a cent and you can't get this thing rolling. Like, how come this is sat essentially vacant for 16 years?
Don't get me wrong. I hate taxes. Taxes eat us all alive. But if you're telling me it's the same thing with hunting license. Like if you were to tell me that to help out for waterfowl hunting, we had to raise the migratory bird fee in Iowa, $5 a license. Okay.
I don't know.
$10, $15. I mean,
literally raise it fucking $20. Nobody's gonna bitch about it because they know where it's going.
I'm still gonna do it as long as we can see where that money goes. It goes straight to helping waterfowl hunting because it's on the migratory bird fee. You could do that, and I don't know of really many waterfowlers that. I mean, obviously it's gonna affect some people to a small extent.
It's gonna affect the people that literally go duck hunting one day.
Yeah. Yep. But people that do it every weekend, the weekend warriors, as I like to call them, they're all gonna buy. I would.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know anybody that has told me that they would buy one.
I don't think you'd see that percentage of people that wouldn't do it because of that reason is so minusculely small. And it's like, all right, well, you're probably hunting for the wrong reasons anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, even like when I'm too old to duck hunt, I'll still buy a license and a duck stand.
Absolutely. I've been buying 2 duck stands.
Oh, one to
Originally because we had to put it on a license.
So
when we did that, I would buy a second one just to keep it at the house.
Yeah. I wish I'd kept mine through the years. There's a lot of stuff I wish I'd done through the years. Like my grandpa used to do and his friends. I'm like, yes, dude. And now I look back, I'm like, oh, it'd be kind of cool. Like that stuff sick.
Like I've kept all since we started doing hard cards, I kept all those and with the same song and stuff like that. Also didn't realize when we started the East Dam.
That's a pretty cool thing that it started.
It's fantastic, right? But I also didn't realize they'd send you a duck stamp at the end of the season.
So you went and bought
one, and then it sent me on. Anyway, well, I guess I got 2 of the thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that either.
I never got back. You never got yours? No. Circles right back to I was obviously willing to pay $25 for another sticky piece of paper. So up the license charge, and I'm still going to do it.
You call your boy DT, see if he can send you one.
I'm not really that worried.
I'll text him right now.
Really not that worried.
I might have a spare actually. Which year are you missing?
Oh,
I don't know. But yeah, it's and it's wild that we can't take that and tack it on to even when you look at the deer hunters. Tack on $1, $2, or $3, whatever amount you decide onto whether it's your because we have like their tip program, so you can donate $2 a tip.
Yeah.
Or your habitat fee that you buy, and there's $2. Your habitat fee to $10, and then you've got a little room to play with on a couple of different areas.
Yeah, but like if you want to pick on certain people, like groups like waterfowl hunters, deer hunters, that stuff. Like waterfowl and deer hunters are really easy to like raise the fee on something that would go straight to what they enjoy doing.
Yep.
And that they could see an impact on or where their money's going. Because like the migratory bird fee is only for waterfowl.
Yep.
And I think you have to have it for dove hunting.
Yes.
No.
Sure. It's a water.
Sorry. Yeah,
I think you do.
You do. I was thinking
Migratory bird.
of just your endorsement.
But
When you say you're going to duck hunt, that doesn't.
But like and then like deer tags, you can just raise the price of deer tags, and that is strictly for deer.
Yep.
So I mean, there's different ways that you can do it. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of ways you can do it, but I think that the best ways you can do it where you track where that extra money's going.
Yeah, it's general knowledge, right? You can look up how many patent licenses or bird fees were sold in the state of Iowa for what year. Take that dollar amount, obviously times by that, and you go, okay, well, obviously they have some allocations for other stuff, but you should have the bulk of this money going towards these projects or any project. Again, IWill, water quality, soil improvement, fish and wildlife habitat, and then obviously public parks. We use love parks.
Right. Axe here commented that there was 28,000 migratory bird fees sold last year. And I believe out of those 28,000, I think it was like roughly over 22,000 were resident. And then the other, whatever, was non-resident. And what's funny?
They should be even higher.
They're not.
I know.
Which is crazy to me.
That is crazy.
We're like I think we're one of the only few states that does it. Missouri does a cool thing though. If you buy if you go to Waterfowl Hunt, Missouri after December 10th, your license is good for the whole next year. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But I wanted to point that out there. You just commented that just a minute ago.
That number's smaller than I thought it would.
It is. And I remember I looked into it. I found it when we were at the meeting last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was less than what I thought it would have been. But I'd like to see what our updated numbers are moving forward, and kind of I'd like to see our past 10 years of numbers, because I searched it, but all I could find was 24. Couldn't find 25, obviously, because we just finished that. And I couldn't find previous years. I think 23 I've seen. I'd like to see, if we go back 10 years, if we're improving, we're seeing more non-residents and residents pick up the sport of waterfowl hunting, or if we're seeing less. Everybody claims there's less. Take a youth, do this, get people into hunting. I'm all about taking people and getting them into hunting, but it's either A, there's just that much less usable public area, that is a fact. There is way less area than there ever used to be. Or also B, there's more waterfowlers than there used to be. I personally think there's more waterfowlers than there ever used to be. Growing up as a kid, I grew up with nobody that waterfowl hunted.
I think, I remember COVID, right? COVID happened, and it seemed like the point where I quit hunting public and switched over to private. Because it's like a year COVID happened, and I don't know if it was just happened to be a year, or if that's the reason, but it seemed like everybody had extra money. You're not at work. What are we going to do? Oh, let's go duck hunt.
I would agree 100% on that. And even on the deer side of things, I mean,
yeah.
There was nothing else for people to do. So they were like, fuck it. Well, even the spring turkey numbers, I got to turkey hunt for my first time that year. And I was like, holy shit, is this always how it is? You couldn't go anywhere on public without having somebody right up your ass.
Oh,
no.
And is that new hunters, or is that guys that got too busy with work and life and like, oh shit, I got time. I'm going to take this up again.
Well, one thing that I've wanted to see happen on our state, but we've talked about it a lot, is the harvest information for waterfowl. We do not have any way to track harvest in Iowa.
Yep.
Period. Yeah. I mean, you got your head, but you put down, I killed 10 or more.
It's a 10 plus.
It's a very vague.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's something. It's a baseline of something, but for one,
it's a baseline, but that's how many people kill 11 and how many people kill 110.
Right.
It's that's such a wide range of.
It is, and it doesn't break down the species at all.
Yeah.
I'd like to see I'd like to see this IWill program funded. Then all that is required is the government to implement the tax, is what I've been told.
Yep.
All the governor has to do is whenever they bring out their new tax plan every year, they do or whatever, they just add that onto it. But nobody wants to do it because it's more tax. And
right.
Obviously, we all bitch all the time about taxes.
We do, but I bitch about road tax and sin tax. Why don't you pay tax on Bush Light? Take that tax. So yeah, property tax. I get paid taxes on the money I make and the money I spend.
Yep.
And if you drive a car, you get to do that every freaking year.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah,
I hate that time of year. It's terrible. The trailers aren't bad, but vehicles are terrible.
I know. I just got mine in the mail the other day. I was like, you fucking serious?
At least they warned you it's no live.
Yeah.
you know it's coming. Fight until it bitch.
Yeah.
But going back to the IWill thing, I mean, it doesn't just help the like waterfowlers; it helps everybody because it's also improving the water quality in IWill.
The water quality, and then we just had the the bill that got shut down not that long ago was the buffer strips, right? It was so it's a buffer strips, so you can't plant all the way up against.
Oh yeah.
Source or anything like that. It could be literally helping fund stuff like that. Where I don't think it's a secret with what's been sprayed on our crops and why Iowa is the number one cancer, rising state in the country.
Dog, they say that doesn't hurt anything. Okay,
Yeah.
but if I work in cornfields every day, and then when a crop duster sprays, we'd have to leave the area for 24 to 72 hours generally on anything they spray. Like we can't go back to work.
Oh yeah, we don't want to talk about wind drift. And again, it goes right back to soil quality, which helps everything. That helps your native grasses, so that's your upland birds. It helps water quality, so there's all your fishing and your ducks, right?
Fishing is a big one. Fishing,
yeah. I mean, have you guys? I don't know how much fish you guys do off time, but like you'll fish a farm pond that's been like stable for 15 years.
Yeah.
And you get black specks on catfish, and I've never done a DNA sample on catfish. So I can't tell you if it's true, but I got told that was from, the runoff of some of these chemicals or certain things we're putting on the ground.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, that'd be terrible. Man, it's designed to kill everything around it, so only that crop grows.
And you can't tell me it's not affecting, ducks in a cornfield or deer in a cornfield or green field when they can take a seed, put it in the ground.
Don't say that. The flood is more easier to get mad.
Well, but you can take the seed that's
now you just opened up the floodgate.
Hey, they can last for 2 months and still be a viable seed and kill everything that touches it from bugs.
Right.
That's definitely affecting our wildlife.
Yeah. I mean, I've read reports of it affecting the fertility of ducks.
Yeah.
And going back to like the prairie potholes and that stuff. I mean, droughts are killing us, but who's to say that's not a part of it? And there are people that are bringing it up. It's just not the right people yet.
Yep. And that's the other problem is I don't know if you'll ever have the right person bring it up because with that, you're fighting a big red and black logo company, FB, that has more money than anybody can to sell these things.
Yeah. We're no matter what you do, you're fighting a losing battle in this stuff. But eventually you can't go after him and go for the throat chop right away. You got to go for the ankles and then the knees and shins or shins and then knees,
whatever your
small fights. Yeah. Exactly. First in the ass.
Yep.
Whoa. Damn, dude.
Dude, quit some of those videos.
Is it going to help raise funds for IWill?
I'm out.
Yeah, don't make sense. Good stuff.
So we need somebody starting my life from this room, guaranteed.
But you better.
Yeah, so this needs you two. Who's going to start one?
Not good.
So I can't get much to Delta with my $10.35 a month.
Where did 35 cents go from?
So I don't know. Taxes. And not to fund IWill.
But I mean, I don't get how that's been a thing for 15, 16 years now. And it's just not even, you can't tell me you couldn't have started the funding, raise it 1/8 of a cent.
Oh, I know. And it's why, again, it goes straight back to you're not getting in front of the right people and talking to the right people that can have an influence on those decisions.
Well, I don't think a lot of the state, I don't think there's enough of the state, just the residents that know about it, that enjoy the outdoors in general. I'm not talking just waterfowl hunting here. I'm talking deer hunting, fishing.
And if you're into riding bikes and walking park trails, it goes to that too.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it goes in so many different avenues, but I was talking to a buddy of mine, Craig Hoffman, about it after the meetings last week before. And he said that if we initiated it would bring roughly $400 million a year in the first year to go towards everything. That's an absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about trying to fight and claw to get $200K to replace some fucking pumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and we have 400 million sitting in reserves that we can tap into if we just raise the sales tax. That, I mean, you'll see a little bit of an increase, but not nothing that they don't imply on stuff that doesn't go anywhere anyways, just finds your pockets.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's, if you're listening to this and you've never heard of IWill, it is definitely something to look into and research, because it's wild to think that this was approved and passed the House and everything.
And then just stopped.
Yeah. It sits on the governor's desk. That also got to be done applied to the sales tax.
And for those that obviously are listening and don't know what IWill is, you're going to look at it, you're going to read it, you're going to go, oh yeah, we can just do that.
Yeah. Especially for the low ass tax that it is.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we pay more for stupid shit all the time, and nobody raises a fucking eyebrow. Come on. It's just wild. It's the day that we're in, you know, looking back at how this country was started over tax and
how much of a freaking, we threw tea into the ocean over a 2% tax, and now we're just we're getting railed every year.
Every fucking day.
Yeah, what do you mean every year? You don't go to work every day?
And the only people protesting are not the ones that care about taxes.
And people that don't fucking work usually.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they're the ones living off of the government.
The Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, we will buy your hair, Barry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been things that people have protested about that have been for go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the things that we protest about nowadays and that we fight over are fucking retarded.
But the wild thing is, like, if you look back at the protests that happened for things that were for the good, they were not violent. They were very, like, not planned out, very cordial. Nobody was fucking lighting buildings on fire.
Well, yeah.
What made that back then? You sure?
I'm not even saying back then, but like
back then it was buildings, just certain ones.
Yeah, but like all that shit gets kind of pushed off the news scene nowadays.
Yeah, all about division.
That's why everybody hates it.
Yep. EHE.
Say, I'll show you after the podcast.
Okay.
It's a text I just got and say, oh gosh, it's interesting. But no, I mean, it's wild to me. The things that we fought, our ancestors fought, but we didn't fight shit. We, in our generation, hasn't done a fucking thing.
But you know what? I'm going to give you a full circle moment. Full circle. Talked about how DU started its basis, right? With the right.
No, like, I mean, I know where you're going with this.
Yep. And government's the same way.
It is.
Started out as a voluntary position. Now, all of a sudden, you got Nancy Oldbag Pelosi in there, insider trading, and worth how many millions of dollars?
That's all politicians do. There's too much money in it. It wasn't made to be a politician. Wasn't supposed to be a career.
No,
and that's what it is nowadays. And I think we're paying for it now.
Yeah, quite literally.
We're literally going to be paying for it for the rest of our lives. There's nothing we can do to stop it, but there's things we can do to help.
It's Eric Trump. If you're listening, help IWill. Help me, please.
Have a fucking thing to do with that. It's Iowa.
Well, I know. He has Iowa.
I mean, to be honest, though, Kim Reynolds has been a pretty decent governor for us.
He has been.
Yeah. All around, like, decent governor. Like, I've owned up here for 8-9 years now-ish, but to me, she seemed like Iowa's not in the best spot.
No, and you got to give a lot of credit to, I mean, not just political-wise, but you got to give a lot of credit to for our DNR to be able to manage the way they have been to take this up there and introduce the bills they need to introduce, so help keep it great. So,
yes and no.
Just when you look, let me rephrase that, with whitetail, when you look at other states, we can be really fucking up for you.
Yeah, no, so whitetails.
Yep. And now we need to broaden the focus to all of it, not just.
I think our state's been, because anybody that lives in Iowa or hunts Iowa or has hunted Iowa has always been told Iowa is a flyover state. I personally think that Iowa could be way better than a flyover state if things were managed better. I mean, look how much area we've lost, which it goes for every state. I mean, we've lost a ton of area, just like deer hunting has. But there's ways we can improve it, and our first step would be to get IWill funded, and that would make
it would make our arguments way easier to get that into some people's heads, right?
Yeah.
Though right now it's hard for us to go and ask for $200,000, but like you said, if you have 4 million sitting there, like 400 million sitting there, then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we can do that, huh? Or yeah, we can make sure we do all that refuge.
Well, I mean, we got a problem here in a local lake. It's been here for over 50 years now, I believe.
Yep.
And it's a federal lake, though. It's a Corps of Engineers lake. But the siltation, I mean, it was built for flood control for Des Moines.
Yeah.
And it will become a problem here soon if we don't do some kind of dredging project. We've seen it. I've seen it at home when these lakes silt, which they're going to silt no matter what. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. But when they start silting in at the mouth, that's where we hunt, is the mouth of the lake. It's just where the best hunting is, generally, which where the marsh areas are. When that stuff starts silting in, it starts allowing water to back up in the river faster, and the river floods quicker. So then the whole reason the lake was built was null and void, and then you're back to square one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a huge fight, though. I mean, you're talking on the 400 million scale thing that's not that big. So you're talking like 2 million, and you can fix that problem. Help fix it.
Right.
There is no permanent fix to that, obviously, but
it's all preventative
maintenance.
Yeah.
And, me and you had the argument last week or whatever, not argument, but the discussion on recreational lake and flood control.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely was built for flood control, but by the lake being there, it's turned into a recreational.
Which all these lakes do.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying so you're helping everybody because they're continuing to boat in it and spend money in Knoxville and Pella during the summertime. So, it's kind of a good double-edged sword where you can argue both sides of it's good for the hunters, good for the habitat, but look, it's also good for bringing people here that don't want to jam their boats and other boats at rafting,
right.
or Sailorville,
Yeah, well, and you get the echoes of the dredging project.
Yep.
You get rid of some of that silt, or you're cleaning it up, gives your recreational area bigger, gives you more area for them boaters to go and not get stuck. Like one got stuck running from the college a couple years ago. That's awesome. Did you ever see that boat up there?
No.
We hunted probably 300 yards from it, probably.
If that, yeah.
And it was just opening day of duck season. What was that, 3-4 years ago?
It would have been,
I guess
3 years ago. Yeah.
No, it had to be longer than that because I was in Texas. It had to be 4 or 5.
It was that long.
Had to have been, dude. I hadn't. No, I could have went on back to Texas.
It was the day we shit your lower unit out.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about that.
That wasn't that long ago.
That was 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was 3. But we set up and hunted and they got light out. I'm like, is that a fucking boat over there? And they're like, yeah, he got stuck. I'm like, what? Dude homie got stuck running from the cops.
Was it a big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a ski boat.
Jeez. Where did you think you were going, guy?
He apparently didn't know.
From the police and going to jail for
had too many of these.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going that way.
They'll never catch me here. Oh. But I mean, if you have any questions or comments about this IWill program, before we end this podcast, which we're coming up to pretty quick here, definitely comment them and get those out there as we kind of wrap things up here tonight. It's been a fucking blast tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like we came into this not knowing a whole lot about IWill, but I didn't know how long this was going to go. And I was like, shit, how long this podcast can we go?
Rest us a little bit.
But I feel like we had some good talking points here tonight. And we really brought up some good things that people that may listen to this podcast would be like, the fuck's that?
And that's the cool thing. That's honestly one of the biggest things that I've noticed about our podcast. We could have something that we think will go on for half an hour, and somebody always brews up a new good idea of something to talk about. That's the coolest shit for them.
We do good at stretching the topic out and going into it, actually, though. Not just stretching out in a bad way.
Yeah.
But
then even along the way, we find all these little rabbit holes that we've been doing down.
Some good, some maybe
Part of it,
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to this podcast because our numbers on this podcast have gone down since hunting season. But when you're strictly main focus is waterfowl hunting, and you're doing a podcast about that, your numbers are going to go down, right?
Yeah.
In the middle of the year. But as we get into things, we get into some broader topics like this, and we talk about deer hunting and stuff like that, we can really broaden our horizons with it and reach people that don't, or not just reach people, but explain stuff to people.
Or, turkey season, deer season, all of it. We'll talk about fishing in the summer, and hopefully it reaches people that are not focused on duck hunting. But once they're like, oh, I'm not going to listen to that. And, we're doing Delta's 1.4. We'll create more duck hunts.
If you have any questions about this stuff, Bill commented, Bill Smith.
God, I'm not
going to say it's called no focus. But this dude here, he has worked with the DNR in Iowa for years, and he's made a lot of good steps and progress on things. And I've got to know him a little bit, just talking to him. the past couple of years. My dad had actually talked to him quite a bit in the past. And if you have any questions, also, usually Bill's a good dude, and he'll give you like a straight up response of why things are the way they are, or why there's things that people are wanting to see change. Or if you're looking to try and make a change to stuff, he can help you out there too, because the dude's worked with DNR in and out in the government. Like, he's a straight up dude. Awesome dude. Thanks, Bill. We appreciate that. By the way, he said you rock it, boys.
Right on. Dale, yeah, bro.
I mean, other than that, I think that about finishes up this freaking episode, doesn't it? Or what do you got?
Pretty close. I mean, yeah. Reach out to join your local chapter. Help make duck hunting great again. Your own opinions and then bring them up. We'll talk about it.
Absolutely. If you weren't here for the beginning of the podcast, we began our giveaway this week. Go check out our Facebook and Instagram page and see how to get entered. And make sure you get entered, because who doesn't want a free one? I mean, why not?
It's free.
Yeah. Hard to beat anything free.
Free Billy. But yeah, that wraps up this episode. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're listening to this podcast on whatever podcast destination you're listening to it on, we are live on Facebook and YouTube every Monday night at 7 p.m., give or take 5 minutes. But make sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We would greatly appreciate that, and we look forward to growing this podcast and bring you more info like we did this week to help everybody in the state of Iowa when it comes to hunting, not just DuckFellas. Until next time, though.